Welcome to another Refresh with Dawn Herring Periscope broadcast. How is everyone? Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all. Just wanted to pop in today to say hello. I know it's been a little while since I've been on Periscope, and decided I wanted to do a quick scope today, this afternoon, before I get on my painting again. And this is my... And if you want to contact me direct, you're welcome to do so at refreshwithdawnherring@gmail.com. And that is a place where you can contact me and tell me your creativity story. And I'm gonna... Hello there, Yoda Zentz? Is that how you pronounce that? Great to have you, J Huff. Thank you so much for joining me today. Great to have you. My name is Dawn Herring. I'm founder of Refresh with Dawn Herring at dawnherring.net. And I am a watercolor artist. I'm an avid journal keeper. And I'm also host of Journal Chat Live on social media. And I also talk a little bit about creativity and building your creative practice and what that can mean for you. And I'm always excited to share things that I've been doing lately to feed my creativity. Thank you, Jim, for joining me today. What is that your first name? I'm assuming it is. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I wanted to wish everybody a great holiday. I know today's Christmas Eve already. It's pretty amazing. So the week went by quick, and I kept busy, and but here I am, wanting to say hello and wish everybody a happy holiday. And I also wanted to share with you a couple of things that I got this week. Just today, actually, I got myself a brand new journal at Half Price Books. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely love this. It's got leaves all over it, and it has like gold leaf on it. Really, really, really pretty journal for myself. I buy sketchbooks. Online sketchbooks that I use for my personal journaling. And when I saw that particular one, I was really like, oh, this is so pretty. I love this. Because I've been taking a lot of camera shots of leaves outside when I go for my walks. And I've been doing a lot of leaf imaging. As a matter of fact, if you go to my website at dawnherring.net and go to Refresh Daily Blog, which is where I do all my creativity blogging. It looks like Yahoo One. Thank you so much for joining me today. What is your first name? I'm assuming that that's not your first name, but yes, it'd be great to have your name so I can talk to you that way. I just wanted to let you know that I do have a blog, Refresh Daily, where I share all of my creativity and talk about my journal writing practice, my art journaling practice, and give some insights, share some journaling and art journaling prompts and things of that nature for those creatives who like to dip into painting or drawing or whatever you do. Actually, you don't have to paint or draw to be a creative. Not at all. You can do anything that sparks your creativity. That's just fine. But I did recently put up a post that's called a leaf lesson. It's not the one that I just recently put up because I do have a Christmas post on there too, called A Gift Within. So if you want to check out my blog, you're welcome to do so at dawnherring.net, and then the second navigation button from the left is Refresh Daily Blog, and that's where you'll find my blog posts. And the leaf lesson one that I did, I shared some thoughts that I had while I was on my walk, and then I went back and took some pictures. And I did that again the other day. I took more pictures of more leaves. So when I saw this beautiful journal, a sketchbook that I got at Half Price Books today for myself, I was like, wow, what timing! All these leaf images that I'm taking, right? Getting so inspired by leaves, in my neighborhood. Now that we've entered winter and autumn has ended. And so I was like, that is perfect timing to have a journal with leaves all over it. So I was like, wow, that's really cool. So one of the ways, and today, one of the purposes of my broadcast today is to talk about documenting your life. And are you? Are you documenting your life? That's the question I have to ask for you today. And one of the ways that I highly recommend that you do that, although you don't have to do it this way, you can do it any way you want, but keeping a journal, a written personal journal, which is why I'm glad I got this one. And I do this several times a day, or at least in the morning and in the evening. Morning and evening are my times when I always write in my journal. And sometimes I do it in between too, depending on the circumstances of my day. So I just wanted to recommend trying to write a journal entry. You know, just something short. You don't have to do 3 pages. You don't have to do your life story. You can just write what you're thinking about right now. Or maybe what you're curious about right now. Or what you saw that inspired you today. It can be anything that is of interest to you at all is a perfect way to document your life. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be obligatory, meaning like, oh, do I have to do this all the time? No, you just do it whenever you want. But I like to do it every day because once you get started on doing it every day and then you find something that really has interest in your life right now. You know, something that you're just really into. I mean, even if it's going to see Star Wars. I mean, you can write about that in your journal. You know, anything that's going on in your life right now that has meaning to you or that you're curious about or that you're loving right now. That's what I would recommend that you write in your journal if you want to keep a journal. Now, of course, there's all kinds of ways that you can document your life. But that's one of the ones that I like the most. So, and the other thing I wanted to show you that I picked up this week is a book. It's called The Language of Fashion Design by Laura Volpintesta. She is a fashion design and illustrating teacher that I met on Periscope. So I decided to get her book. And I'm really excited about it because I started reading it last night, and it is one of my lifelong curiosities. I've been curious about fashion since I was a teenager, a long, long time ago, and now I am getting back into it again. Although it's never really gone away. There's always been little elements of fashion in my art in some way or another. I've always had an interest, and I've always been fascinated with designers and people who are interested in creating. So I guess because it's a very creative activity, fashion has always been of interest to me. So I was very glad to have gotten that title for myself so that I can get inspired. I love getting inspired. So I just wanted to wish you guys a happy holiday, and I wanted to encourage you to think about what you can do to document your life in some way. Any kind of way that you can think of that you think would be fun. And I could throw out a whole bunch of different suggestions to you, but I want you to think about it from deep within yourself. What would be the most authentic way that I can document my life? Now you might say, well, why should I bother documenting my life? I mean, what's the point of doing that? Well, because everyone has a life from their perspective, from their point of view, that no one else has. And if you don't record your story, who will, right? You got to have something to show for what you did, right? So that's why I highly recommend that you do something, because it gives you a chance to express yourself. It gives you a chance to validate how you're feeling about something. It gives you a chance to examine things a little deeper, to understand yourself better. And that's why I like the journaling process, which I do every day. And then I also enjoy art journaling, which is it's more of a visual, artsy kind of way of expressing yourself from, I guess you could say, I would like to call it the subconscious mind, because it's a very intuitive process for me where I choose colors and I decide what message I want to put on there, etc. And I take my time with it. I'm not in any hurry. And that's one of the things that I really recommend when it comes to documenting your life, is to not be in a hurry. Do something for just a few minutes that makes you feel like, hey, you look back on your day, you see the value of it, and then you record it somehow. Whether it's, a video that you want to record, or a Periscope broadcast, or writing in your journal, or you know, whatever it is, just making marks on the page or doodling or even coloring a coloring book page and then putting a little notation on there about your day. You can do that. Anything that will help you to express yourself creatively. So that's something to think about over the holiday weekend. Consider deeply what you can do to document your life and to make your life feel like there's something to, you know, like you have value, like you have some value to add to this world, because we all have value to add to this world. So I just want to encourage you to do that. I hope you all have a fabulous, fantastic holiday, and I will see you guys next week. All right? Thanks so much for joining me live, and for all you replay viewers, hello. So glad that you decided to join me and check out what I had to say. So I hope you have a fabulous day. Enjoy your holiday with family and friends, and don't forget to refresh yourself.